This film also had the creepiest Santa. And you could,
Oh my god,
yeah!
We need to find the fourth dimension, and by finding all these tiny little perfect things that happen in our neighborhood or in our town or whatever, we're gonna find the fourth dimension, and we're missing one. I'll pick Andrew Garfield. Peter 3.
Peter 3.
Ooh, that comic book filter.
This green ball?
This green tennis ball is Vecna, yeah. Yeah. We're talking about Chippendales the dancers, right? Not
Yeah.
Chipmunks? Okay, I was just making sure. I didn't see it, but I know what you're talking about. Lovely, lovely.
My face is still so red. But what can you do?
Well, you put it best when you said literally hot girl summer in a bad way.
Hot girl summer, but it fucking sucks. It's true. It's too hot. It's too
Yep.
hot. You know it's too
girl
hot.
Summer in hell.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Woo. Woo. Hey, cinema peeps.
Hey, cinema peeps. Welcome to the Hot Girl Summer podcast.
But not the fun hot girl summer.
No. The one where you're sweating profusely, melting to death.
Right?
Where it's hotter than a gazelle's butthole. Ugh, it's just...
Poor gazelles. Their
Yeah.
buttholes are so hot. My God.
Just flaming hot gazelle buttholes.
I just don't like when you're wearing sunglasses and just right here then just pools of sweat just all up, and I'm like, ugh.
Yep.
And I have my dad being like, it's not that hot. I'm like, you're fucking insane, man. Stop it. Stop lying.
Yep.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Gotta stay hydrated. I got my HR Wells Cisco water bottle.
She's ready to go, people.
Ready to go.
That kind of looks like that that water bottle that all the YouTubers are now sponsoring. The scent one.
Oh, this thermo flask. This one's called.
Oh, it's called Air Up. That's what it's called.
Oh.
The little lid contraption at the top of yours reminds me of it. Because I guess you put little scent pods in. Like, you still have only water in there, but you put these scent pods in there. So when you're drinking, you smell the scent, so it tricks you to thinking that's what you're drinking.
Okay.
Because we're very, I don't want to say we're dumb people, but we are dumb. If you smell something, then your brain's like, oh, that's what that is.
Interesting.
So you can trick it. So then you're like, oh yeah, water's exciting.
I mean, I like water regardless. I'll drink it no matter what. I mean, I was gonna say no matter how it smells, but let's hold on there.
We'll reserve judgment for later.
Yeah.
It's always like the tagline where it's like, make water more exciting. Yeah, because you only need it to live. You need some more excitement than that.
Just drink the water. That's all I say. Just drink the water.
Although I didn't know someone who apparently was allergic to water and apparently could not drink water. I'm not gonna lie. I felt I was a little sus.
Yeah.
Because someone was
rightfully so.
I can't remember. Because where she was working, she was always either drinking coffees or pop. And I think this was when we were cracking down because where I used to work, you could get free drinks and stuff, but technically only on your breaks and not while you were working. But people would obviously abuse that. So it was just one of those times they were trying to crack down on it. And she's like, yeah, I'm allergic to water. And I feel like she said other words, but my brain was just like, hey.
Well, considering your body's made up of mostly water, I feel like that logic doesn't work.
Yeah. And like I said, I never looked into it ever. I just heard her say that and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I smell a fucking liar, but I was like, whatever. Whatever, man. You fucking live your life.
Well, then maybe she needs one of those Air Up.
I think that would work for her.
And it'll just smell like pop or coffee, and she could just drink all the water.
It's all fruit. I don't know. They must. I mean, they mostly promote their fruity flavors, but I'm sure down the line they'll make more. Why not?
Well, I tried, thanks to my lovely sister. She introduced me to a 5 mushroom blend. It's not a kombucha, but it's like some sort of 5 mushroom blend drink that tastes like either Coke or root beer.
Hmm.
And the Coke version tastes like the gummy Coke, like the Coca-Cola bottle gummy
Hmm.
thingies, and it's actually pretty good. But it's like a bunch of different blends of mushrooms that are good for like health benefits and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. Not bad for a health food drink.
Doing the shrooms, I see.
Doing the shrooms.
I just got an ad fed to me about, they're like, need trouble sleeping? Use this hot chocolate blend. But it's a blend of like mushrooms and other
Yeah.
like powerful sedatives. Or
Sedatives.
I don't think they're sedatives. I don't know why.
I hope not.
Sorry, RIP. That's why we're not sponsored by anybody. RIP. But like other things that'll help you like go to sleep, I guess.
Okay.
I'm sure they're vitamins and other stuff I can't
Yeah.
pronounce.
Gotcha.
But they're definitely making a comeback. Oh, have you seen those? Sorry, one last thing before we actually get onto like movies and shit. Have you seen that like mud water crap?
Yes. Oh my god. Everyone's like, I can't go anywhere without my mud water.
Coffee
Like,
just fucked me up.
Yeah.
You know, mud water's where it's at. And like you cannot like pay me enough to drink that. Like what?
I'm pretty sure I've seen one of the guys who he was like one of the contestants on Big Brother for a few seasons ago. He's like he has it as a sponsor for him, or he's like a what do you call them, ambassador for it. I'm like, okay. Yeah, okay.
I'm not sold. Okay?
Yeah.
It just looks like dirt water.
Right?
Like, at least with the mushrooms, like, I don't like mushrooms, but, like, I could get behind drinking mushrooms.
Right?
Doing shrooms. Like, I could see more benefits than drinking dirt water.
Well, and, like, I've not read into it, too, so I don't know, like, what minerals
Yeah, that's
or
fair.
vitamins.
I'm going off of the ads, people.
Yeah, exactly.
But to be fair, your ads have to sell me on this, so if you're not doing a good job, I ain't doing my research.
Right? Yeah, totally. But no, yeah, if there's good minerals and benefits and stuff, it's like that AG1 or those athletic greens that's been like the big thing too for a lot of like YouTubers and podcasters, because it's all like this like swampy green color, but it's got like all your veggies and minerals and stuff in it. And, but yeah, I guess just whatever works for you.
For me, it's not mud water, that's for sure.
Yeah, the mud water just seems very unappealing. It's like there was a big fad a while ago. I don't know if it still exists, but there was like a black water, and it was supposed to be some sort of like ion based water or ion charged water, and it was literally just water but black, and I'm like, what makes it black? You know,
again, how do we make water exciting other than you need it to live?
Yeah.
Black ion water.
Make it edgy,
right? Listen, people, they've done a study. I know they said you have to have like 8 glasses of water. They have debunked that now, but like as long as you get like 4 glasses of water in a day, like you're super, okay?
I just drink one of these a day and I'm good. Like,
yeah, you don't need to put all this fucking bullshit in your water. Just drink the water. Be a good person.
Yeah.
Too difficult. All right, so movies. Have you seen anything recently?
I have actually. I think yours is going to be a little bit more exciting to talk about, but I did see one movie. I went and saw one movie. My sister and I went and saw Wes Anderson's Asteroid City.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, she was excited and interested to go see it, so we decided to go see it together. And I got one of their. I haven't been to Cineplex in a hot minute. I usually go to Landmark. So when we went to Cineplex, and they have like the little kids combos now, and they come with little buddies. So I got this cute little buddy. His name's Remy. He's cute. Oh no, Remy!
Bye, Remy. See ya.
He's Remy. There he is.
Is he a little? Oh, he's a little pug.
Yeah, he's a little French bulldog.
I thought he was a mouse for a second. I was like, that seems like very strange. Like, look, here's a little mouse. Don't look too much at our theaters. There's not mice here.
Right? But I like that he comes with a little chair, too. Cute.
That's cute. Well, I did not order that at the movies. Although they kept advertising a Flash cup, but I didn't see any out, so.
I did see that, too. There was a Flash bucket for the popcorn, and then there was supposed to be, like, a Batman and Flash, different, like, the cups that have the little guys on top. Yeah.
No tapas.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. I'll be like, "Where's my flash cup, people?
Give me my
flash
flash cup.
Give me my fucking flash cup. Give me my Grant Gustin topper, and I'll be
Hell yeah.
and I'll be on my way."
On my way. Man, could you imagine, just side note, could you imagine the merch if they had done the Arrowverse as movies? You could have had like White Canary, Green Arrow, Flash, Reverse Flash, like all the toppers. There'd have been such a plethora of toppers for that. They missed out.
I will say, yeah, see, like I love the shows, but like in terms of merchandising, they did not do good.
Mm-mm.
No, I don't know who was on their merch game, but they were not. They were not.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Right? Like the Jitters mugs and everything. Like at least there's a lot of
Mhm.
fans out there who are doing like homemade, handmade
Oh yeah.
versions of merch, so you can still at least buy the stuff. Like there's the Star Labs hoodies and everything, but yeah, they
Mhm.
definitely missed out.
Silly people. Bad marketing. They should have learned from Star Wars.
From
That guy
Star
like
Wars.
George Lucas made like a fucking shit ton of
Yeah.
money because he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh hey, I want the toy rights," and everyone's like, "That's." Now he's like, "What up, bitch?"
Yep.
DW
Skywalker
learned.
Ranch, y'all.
Sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
But yes, anyways, back onto the topic of movies.
Yes. How was Asteroid City?
It was interesting. I will
mean,
say
it is
that.
a Wes Anderson film,
Yeah.
so I would expect nothing less. I feel if you were like, "Wow, it was a pretty ordinary movie," I'd be like, "Oh, Wes Anderson, you lose your fucking touch, buddy. What the
Right?
fuck?"
I mean, I will say, like, visually it was beautiful. Very well done. I thought he did excellent. There's a lot of like parts of the movie that I found myself being like, I wonder how he did that. Like it looks, because the setting of the desert that the story's taking place in almost looks too unreal. Like the mountains look almost like they did it on a miniature set and like juxtaposed it with like the set that they had with all the houses and everything. Because the mountains just don't look real. They look like paintings, right?
Yeah.
So it's really cool. If there's ever a behind the scenes, I'll have to take a look because yeah, I just found it very beautiful in that aspect. It's very vibrant in color. And the story was interesting up until the end when it just got really bizarre. And so Kelsey and I spent like a good maybe 30 minutes, or at least just the whole drive home, trying to figure out what the end of the movie meant. And she's like, "Here's what I'm gathering." She's like, "I'm gathering that Wes Anderson himself didn't know what the hell he was doing. So he was just like, you guys just figure it out. If you haven't answered, let me know." You know?
Whoever says it first, that is the answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything else is wrong.
Right?
That's
So
too funny.
either it's one of those films that is just too artistic for me to get like comprehend, but I don't know, like visually it was good. I enjoyed it in that sense. The performances were great. It had, I didn't have quite as many chuckles as some of the other ones we watched of his that I've enjoyed, but there were a few chuckles in this one. Jeff Goldblum has like a credit in this as like literally the most minimal part in it, and you don't even see his face. Like, I don't know if are you gonna watch it at all?
Maybe.
Okay.
You can tell me though.
Okay. So
Okay, if you tell me.
part of the premise is that like there's this big asteroid crater that is formed in the desert there, and so they have these like space days or asteroid days or whatever where they go and celebrate like what happened, and so the whole town, or at least all the people, are gathered to celebrate inside the crater, and all of a sudden out of nowhere this like UFO ship just kind of like hovers over the crater, and this thing comes down, and it's this like Slender Man looking alien with like big huge white eyes.
Hell
And there's just this whole thing, but apparently that was Jeff Goldblum. So it's like, what? Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, right? It does, but it doesn't. So it's it was interesting.
It's a Wes Anderson film.
Yes, yeah. Right? Exactly.
Well, nice.
Yeah.
Heat is taking me out.
Oh no.
Oh, back up.
But you had quite the wild adventure the other day.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Like you, I was like, I don't know when the last time I went to the movies. So I was like, I'm going to watch 4 movies in one day. Everyone's like, you're still here? I'm like, yes.
Feature.
But I really think, I really don't think you could squeeze any more.
Oh no.
I just, Even like
I was surprised you fit the Little Mermaid in at the last, because when you sent me Guardians of the Galaxy, I was like, ooh, is she gonna make it? Is she gonna be able to do 4?
honestly, like I was like, I don't know. But after Guardians, I was like, all right. It was just like that last little push. So I was like, all right,
Here we
okay, let's
go.
go.
Nice.
Fucking wrap this shit up. But yeah, so I watched The Flash, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Is that what that second one's called? Or Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Blanking on the name. And then Guardians 3, and then finishing it off with The Little Mermaid.
Damn.
Let me tell you, my butt was hurting.
Ooh, I bet.
My butt was like, what are we doing here?
Did you get any recliner seats at all?
No.
Okay.
I went to an old theater. Old and
okay. I noticed that Cineplex is slowly starting to integrate the recliner seats into the theaters.
Yeah. I think they're doing it with the nicer ones first
Ah.
before they get to the older theaters.
Bitches.
That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. I was able to work with what I had.
Nice.
With what I had. But yeah, it was a very big, and I mean, it would have been nice if there was like a little bit more variety than like 2 multiverse films and then like, 3 superhero films and then a Disney remake. But like, I think beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
Especially because it's the summer.
Yeah.
There's bound to be more superhero films. So like,
oh yeah.
But yeah, I was just excited to see them all because I was like, I haven't seen any movies, so I wanted to maximize. I wanted to be like, all right, I'm gonna see all these movies.
All right, well, let's dive into it. Let's hear your thoughts. Hear your review.
Okay, so we'll start with The Flash.
Okay.
So I will say I probably give this movie way more passes than it deserves, but
Ooh.
I really wanted to like this movie. I really wanted, because like, we were waiting for so long and there was like so many script rewrites and then there was like so many firing of the directors and like all this fucking shit. And I was like, we just delays. I was like, please, I just want to get there. And I will say that it's a little rough.
Ooh.
The beginning, a lot of rough in the beginning. There was a CGI baby in a microwave, and I was like, whew, okay. I'm glad from all the rewrites, and this is what we keep in the film. Cool. Love it.
Okay.
But I will say the other half of the film is like, it's good. Now, granted, is it because Batman showed up? Maybe.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like just overall, like it just felt like a better movie. First half was a little rough. I think for me a big thing was like the humor that they have. I did not care for it. And the first half is definitely like quite a bit of that, and it's like, oh my lord. But once we met Batman, like everything went pretty well.
Okay.
And I'm not just saying that because Batman's there. Not just saying that. But yeah, so like I said, I probably give this movie a lot of passes when it probably doesn't deserve it, but like there are parts that were good, and I was like, yes, this is awesome. And then there were parts where I'm like, why? Why? But yeah, I don't want to spoil too much because I want you to experience and cometh back. But I will say, for a, like, this is not much of a spoiler, but they're doing basically like their kind of version of the Flashpoint storyline.
Okay.
So I will say, like, for their version of Flashpoint, I thought they did a pretty good job. I thought it was an interesting take. So I will give them credit for that.
Nice.
But I will. This is like, it's not really a spoiler, but I don't want you to go to the film disappointed. But there is no Grant Gustin cameo.
I figured as much.
And a lot of people are not happy about it. Which, I mean, rightfully so. To be fair, there's a lot of other really cool cameos.
Cool. Okay.
So like, That's good. And I remember, like, I was kind of looking through because they were like, "Oh, is the guy who played Zoom in the movie?" And even he had to come out and be like, "Sorry, guys, it's not me, but it does look a lot like me, but it's not
Mm.
me."
Okay.
But yeah, they have all these like cool cameos and Easter eggs. But it was interesting how, like I said, the first half is rough, and the second half gets a lot better. But it's because they have all these other people, like they have Batman like joining in the fight, and like Superman, or sorry, Supergirl. That's not she's in the trailer, so that's not really a
Yeah.
spoiler. But
Yeah.
at one point, I was kind of like, "Is this a Flash movie?" Like, like no diss to it, but at one point I was like, "Huh," because like I said, I don't want to spoil too. Like, there's a lot of cool cameos, but at the same time, I was like, "But this is a sorry, baby. This is a Flash movie."
Yeah.
So, and again, there was no cameo from the like the what's his name, Wesley. I was gonna say Wesley Snipes, but that's not his name. But the guy who played the first Flash on the TV show, I
Oh
believe his name
yeah.
is Wesley.
John Wesley Shipp.
Thank you. Like, he didn't make a cameo in it, but like
Hmm.
other people did. But like I said, like I said, there were parts I really liked, and there was parts where I was like, "This is cool." Like,
Yeah.
yes, but that first half's a little rough. I was like,
Mm. Yikes.
and again, the ending's a little weird too, because I feel like maybe they thought they were gonna make more. But again, I'm thinking with the whole Ezra Miller controversy, but probably more importantly because this movie was kind of made / in production, maybe post when James Gunn became creative homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's on his new plan for DC to get a continuation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So like a slight disappointment, I guess, is the bottom
Yeah.
line. Just a slight disappointment.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
What can you do?
You
I
just hope
mean, we
James Gunn, creative homeboy, fixes everything.
right? He was on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast again. I haven't listened to the episode, but I'll have to check it out because he
Ooh.
does touch upon a few things for now that he's part of being the
Hell yeah.
creative homeboy for DC. But yeah, I mean, we still have our Arrowverse at least to to hold on
Mm-hmm.
to. And
Exactly.
yeah. It would have been cool
Exactly.
though if Grant had at least a bit of a cameo, just because Ezra Miller did have a cameo in the TV series.
Right?
But whatever.
Bitches.
Who knows what was going on behind the scenes?
But then right after that, we watched Into the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse,
Nice.
which was beautifully, animated. It was just like, so different, wildly different. But I will say, because one of my friends made a very interesting review about the movie, which I need to go back now and read his review, saying that people booed during at the end, which I have a hard time believing. I think he just like mentally thought that it was happening. But I will say going in, and again, maybe it's because I knew it was going to be a two-parter. So I would say compared to the first Spider-Man movie, this one's a little bit slower paced. But at the same time, I was like, well, this is part 1 of 2. So this is just setting up. So like I was completely fine with it because I knew. And maybe if you don't know that going in, I could see that being very frustrating. Because I will say, like, at least again, comparing it to the first Spider-Man movie, this one definitely was more set up. Although they did have some, I mean, even when they had their action sequences, they were incredible. But obviously very few compared to the first one. So that balanced both action and, storytelling a little bit better.
Yeah.
But again, this is a part 1 of 2, so, Although, I was really hoping it was fake. I thought I read somewhere, because originally I thought the next part was supposed to come out next year, but now they're saying it's not going to be for another 2 years or something, so I hope that's not true. Otherwise, that is a slight disappointment, but whatever. I still got I'll just rewatch the first one 100 times. But it's just funny how, like, we went from the Flash's multiverse to then the Spider-Man multiverse. So
yeah.
it was very then obvious to compare the two, being like, which one's the better one?
Right, right.
I'm so sorry. So sorry. Sorry. Kissy kissies. And then we had like a 45-minute break before Guardians.
Nice.
Which we walked around the mall and got some food and then came right back.
Nice.
Barely any breaks, but if they were, we were walking. Working those legs, working that butt so we weren't sore.
Yep, getting the blood flowing.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. I don't know, because I know you touched on Guardians, so I don't know if I really have too much to add to it.
Okay.
Other than, like, the second the opening showed, like, the baby raccoons, I was like, oh, fucking hell. I was like, no. I mean, they were very cute, but I was like, ugh, no, I'm not ready for this. What the fuck is this bullshit?
Right.
But I kind of knew because I saw online there was, oh my god, I can't remember her name, but the otter. I keep wanting to call her Lily, but that's not her name.
Oh.
But it's like
Lila.
Lila.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw that online, I was like, oh, fuck. Because I did play the Guardians Telltale game, and there is a storyline. Rocket's storyline does revolve around her.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I didn't meet this walrus or the fucking freak of nature bunny rabbit, but like I knew the second I saw her, I was like, oh, fuck this. It was sad then. I was like, it's gonna be fucking sad now. Let's just,
yeah,
strap in. Fuck now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was pretty sad when they all died, except for the bunny. I was kind of like, thank God. That thing was just so dead. When it came
horrifying.
out of the dark, it was like, hi! I was like, no. Honestly, I think it was just the mouth.
Yeah.
The fact that she didn't have a mouth just weirded me out. It was just too much for me. A little too much for me. A little too much.
Right.
But I mean, like, I don't know. It was a solid Guardians movie. And I mean,
yeah,
definitely,
definitely different in contrast. Like for the vibe, like the energy is very, very intense, very dark compared to the other two.
But I mean, they handle it well. You know,
yep.
They do a good job.
Yep. James Gunn, you know,
creative homeboy.
Hell yeah,
creative homeboy. But yeah, I'm gonna have to double check because I'm pretty sure, because I know for sure Dave Bautista and Karen Gillan. I know Dave said this was his last outing as the Guardians, and I think even she said this was Nebula's last go at the character. Because I don't know if like she just didn't want to do anymore or what have you. So I know for sure like those guys are confirmed that they probably won't be coming back. I know Chris Pratt said he wants to come back always.
Well, and they said it in the end credits that his character is going to return. So
yeah. But I couldn't remember if like Zoe as well has bowed out. That was the one I was gonna double check on. For sure, Z's.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It was a solid Guardians, you know, and yeah, just the creepy bunny just haunts my nightmares now.
Did you think the villain was pretty good?
Oh, he was nuts.
Right?
He did a phenomenal job.
Oh yeah.
Just like this madman. I think I loved the scene where like they're attacking the nowhere like ship and it's crashing, and even like his subjects are like, no, we're not going down with the ship with you. So it seems like they have a mutiny, but then he just explodes and like vaporizes them all, and he's like, I'm back in control.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Right?
Damn
indeed.
And I enjoyed what was his name? Not Adam, but the gold guy.
Yeah, the guy from We're the Millers.
Yeah. I was kind of worried at the beginning if that's all we were going to see from him. But he cropped up a couple more times, so.
Yeah.
I hope to see kind of more of him, though, but.
Yeah, he could be a good character to add.
So I know, like, he's a Guardians member, so I do hope that he does return, because I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see.
Yeah. And I like, too, that, like, they kind of, even though Chris Pratt's character was pining for Zoe's character a lot, trying to convince her, like, trying to make her remember that she at one point had feelings for him, that he's still, like, hung up on her and stuff. I like that they kind of just, like, we're friends in the end, right?
Yeah. Although then they were like dropped like, oh maybe you and Nebula. And I was like,
Yeah, that was weird.
maybe? But
Yeah.
then they shut that down, so I was like, fine, losers,
Yeah.
whatever. But again, I think they do date in the comics
Do they?
at some
Okay,
point,
maybe
so
that's why they did that.
maybe that was just a nod to that, and that was
Maybe.
that.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I'm gonna be sad that there's no more Guardians. Well, I shouldn't, never say never, but you know. I think out of all Marvel's projects, I think Guardians is probably gonna be always my favorite.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And and the random cameo from Nathan Fillion, always.
Heck yeah.
Oh boy. And then we finished off with The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid.
Oh boy. So tired at that point. So tired. But I was like, we got this. We got this. We'll just watch The Little Mermaid and we're done.
We're done.
We're done. And I mean, like, it was alright. Like, I don't know. It was about on par with all the other Disney remakes. Like, nothing.
Yeah.
My friend leaned over and was like, he's like, I can't believe the castle doesn't have a penis. I was like, oh, you're right. 0 out of 10. Worst film ever seen. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but like, I guess one of the I think this is just like a stupid thing. Like one of the old VHS copies of Little Mermaid, because there's the Golden Kingdom behind. They're like, look, someone drew a penis.
Right.
And I mean, I won't deny it. Does kind of look like a penis.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh yeah, no penis castle, 0 out of 10, worst movie I've ever seen. Bad remake. Just get out of here.
Get out of here.
I will say though, I did find at some points, Haley, not Halle Berry,
Halle Bailey.
Halle Berry, no,
Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey. Like,
yeah.
First of all, like, why? That's cruel. That's cruel. I did find her performance a little stiff in some places.
Oh, really?
But like, damn, that girl could sing. I was like,
oh yeah,
holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which I will say, and then like Prince Eric can sing. He got some good vibes on him.
Right.
Which then made me feel bad because I feel like Melissa's song as Ursula then couldn't like reach that same height.
Mm.
But I feel like at the same time, when you're like, maybe I have to look this up because to me, those two like have like Broadway actor vibes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So like when you're trying to sing a song against Broadway people, it's like, yeah. But I still like enjoyed it. But I feel like maybe they could have played more to her strengths.
Right? But her performance was great as a villain. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't think I could picture anybody else as Ursula. Like, she did a great job.
She was phenomenal. Then what was my other thought? Oh, I will say I could have lived without that Scuttlebug song.
Yeah.
When that was happening, I was like,
I feel like, I mean, no hate towards Lin-Manuel Miranda. I know he was a producer.
Literally, I saw his name in the credit. I was like, that's why.
Right? Yeah.
I was like,
it's just like his signature thing is to throw a little bit of some sort of rap in there. Because, yeah, I don't know. But, like, props to him. He's a passionate dude. He's talented. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I also agree. I could have done without that. I was like, okay, yeah, here we go.
When she like put the blanket over them, I was like, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I'm just like,
right?
Let me just put that over. Just fucking die. That was a little much. That was a little much. That was a little much.
I agree.
And I mean, like Disney, the remakes did their little, extra editions of things,
Mm-hmm.
Like Prince Eric actually has a backstory to make a, boring vanilla white guy have a little more, taste.
A little more substance, yeah.
I will say, like, I remember, I was gonna rewatch the, like, animated Little Mermaid, but I do remember being like, yeah, this guy has, like, 0 personality. Like,
no.
He's just hot eye candy. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's nice the hot eye candy got, like, a little bit of a background,
Right?
Oh,
well, and too, like, at the beginning, or when Ursula adds in the whole, oh yeah, and I've also forgot to mention that I've made her forget that she has to kiss him. I was like, why would you mention that? But then it makes sense because then it takes away the whole her pining for him part of it all and gives it more of a let's explore, because her whole thing is she wants to explore what it's like to be human, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she gets to do that more, and I like that they took that approach and kind of used that to like get rid of the whole chasing the guy and more just like experiencing what it's like to be on land.
Yeah, that was one of those ones where it's like I just didn't. I was like, ah, I'm so indifferent. I was like, whatever. But
Yeah.
like, I do like that they like, yeah, Prince Eric and her had like more time to like actually develop something,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. So it
Right?
didn't feel like, yeah, like I could see these two like falling for each other.
Mhm.
Yeah. Whereas if you think about the animated, yeah, all I remember is the fast carriage ride, and then they were like, fuck on the boat, fuck on the boat. You know, like there wasn't a lot of like, oh, why do you like, him other than
Yeah.
being, hot eye candy.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, there's not much behind those eyes. Poor Prince Eric, not much behind those little eyes of his, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then it took me the entire movie to realize that it was a Javier Bardem or
Javier
whatever
Bardem.
as Triton. Like
Yeah.
literally, I was seeing the entire movie and I was like, "Who the fuck?" I was like, "Who are you?" I was like, "You have too much hair than normal, so I know it's throwing me off." I was like, "I know who you are." It's like the second the name comes on screen, I'll know who you are.
James Bond villain from No Country for Old Men. That
And
guy.
now, King
Of King
Triton.
Triton. Yeah.
Wow. I still wish they had Terry Crews as King Triton, but you win some, you lose some, I guess. Would have been beautiful.
Well, was this actually in play, or was this someone's
I think
like
this is someone's
dream team where
dream.
they were like Harry Styles as Prince Eric?
Yeah, and then I think but I was like, I could go for Terry Crews. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Right?
I don't know if I'd really want Harry Styles as Prince Eric.
I feel like it would have been a whole different movie if it was if Harry Styles was Prince Eric.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know he's like kind of dabbling in acting, but I'm just kind of like,
He's too rock star now.
yeah. And I guess to be fair, like, anyone who transitions over, like wrestlers, they have to go through their awkward phase of like making movies. Where you're like, yeah, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually they get better. Maybe they find more of what their niche is, and then they
Yep.
kind of just roll with it. So
Mm-hmm.
I think he's in his like early, like awkward phase where yeah, some of his films, like, yeah, you did all right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right, but like nothing extraordinary. So then
Yeah.
once he finds his niche, and then maybe
Yeah,
it'll work out.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, whoever that guy played Prince Eric, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I also like how Disney at any opportunity was like, "Oh no, his shirt's off. Oh no, it's soaking wet. Oh no!" It's like, Disney, you thirsty son of a bitch. Like any opportunity, I was like, okay, I see you, Disney, you little perv. I fucking see you.
And did you catch the cameo on the beach when they're in the town? Yep.
Yes, I love.
The original Ariel.
I also got a little spoiled for me because of Instagram. I was like, fuck Instagram. I'm like, come on.
Dang.
I was like, what is this? I'm like, is that the movie? I'm like, no, skip. I think that was a big reason why I was like, fuck. I was like, I can't deal with any more spoilers. Like, I got all these little things, from The Flash, all this. And I was like, fuck that. I'm going to the movies, seeing 4 movies, getting it done.
Yeah. And I mean, props for the CGI and the animation and stuff. I think I touched about this last time too, but like, if I hadn't have seen that video that you sent me of her sitting on the guy's back in the blue suit, I would have never
sent that to me.
Or did I send that to you?
You sent that to me.
Okay.
And I looked for it when that turtle scene came. I was like, oh fuck yeah,
right?
I was so excited. I was like,
well, that
hell
knowing
yeah.
that her hair isn't like actually, it is when it's on land, but like underwater, it's all CGI'd and stuff. I was like, damn, that's insane.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, hair is hard to see. Every behind the scenes thing, all I hear is fuck hair. CGI. Like they'd rather CGI anything else but hair.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, but yeah, that
Right.
now that I know that, that's wild.
Isn't it crazy? Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
We got 10 out of 10 in my eyes. Oh, but yeah, that was my long movie
Adventure.
day, and now I'm gonna stick to maybe doing 1 movie a day.
That's understandable.
Yeah, we're gonna just crank it back a little bit.
Just take a step back. Yeah.
I was gonna stick to 1 movie at a time because there's still more movies I want to see. There's Elemental, the Super Mario Bros. Movie still in theaters, but I think it's slowly getting phased out, so that's gotta be a quick decision.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind seeing Asteroid City. I mean, the Barbie movie comes out next month, so like,
Hell yeah.
still got movies coming in,
Yeah, there's lots to look forward to.
right? Maybe I'll see 2 in one day.
Yeah.
Well, I think that'll do it for today's podcast.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
Hells yeah.
We had like, what, 5 movies in one to talk about, pretty much?
5. Ooh.
Yeah.
But anyway, cinema peeps, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any thoughts or comments on any of the movies we talked about today, please leave it down below. Liked them or hated them or anything in between.
Yeah.
And consider leaving this video a deuce. A deuce. If you know, you know. I apparently don't know what's happening.
One of these.
One of these. And consider subscribing because apparently I'm losing my fucking mind.
It's the heat. The hot girl summer's taking over.
The hot girl summer. It's not fanning out. It's gonna be bad.
Oh no.
But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Watch all the content. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Stay cool too.
Stay cool. Monkey monkey. And slap. Ooh, I'm gonna have a popsicle.